Hello to Winnie, Sterling, James, Roman, and Cleo. Well, I hope you are all having a happy day. And this is one day that you are going to hear a story about Scooby-Doo. And he's a good friend of ours, huh? No, I don't think. Oh, wait a minute. There is a cat in this. But it's mainly about a dog. And me, well, that would be me. I'm reading the story. So before we read the story, we're going to go over some words that we might see. After I go over those words, we will read the story. So some of the words would be were, out. Bet we find the word out in there. How about the word was? Was is in most stories. Big. Well, Scooby's a pretty big dog. M. Will is often in a story. It might be a dad. Little, which is the opposite of big. In, we're going to be in the book. And then there's the twos. We're going to read a story. We might read two stories because they're kind of small. But if we read three, that would be too many stories. Scooby is a he. He might be looking up at something, or he might be looking down. Yes, could be in the story. I don't think there's a mom, but if she was in the story, I'm sure she would be a hero. So, as always, I love you. So, what is the story about? Let's find out. What is this book? It is a story about the Scooby-Doo adventures. And the first one we're going to read is the Kitty Cat Caper. Ooh, I see a mouse. I see a kitty bed. I don't see a kitty cat. Oh, I see a spider. Let's find out what this book is saying. So, a kitty cat adventure. Well, here's a picture. Scooby and the gang were at Mrs. Blake's house. Mrs. Blake's cat, Cupcake, was missing. I just don't know where she could be, said Mrs. Blake. Mrs. Blake's house was very old, with lots of cobwebs and strange noises. Scooby and Shaggy were scared of the noises. Like I hope your cat wasn't taken by a ghost, said Shaggy. Oh dear, said Mrs. Blake. Don't worry, Mrs. Blake, said Velma. We'll find Cupcake. Let's look for clues, gang, said Fred. Ooh, looks like Velma. Oh, look at that. What, is that a ghost? Velma fell and her glasses came off. Let's read what happens. Velma and Scooby went to look for clues in the living room. Something under a blanket ran quickly across the floor. Velma tripped and fell. Scooby backed into a corner. Jinx, said Velma. I lost my glasses. Whoa, said Scooby. Scooby was scared, but he had to be brave. He wanted to find Mrs. Blake's cat and Velma's glasses. Oh, I I see Shaggy and Scooby and, of course, food. Scooby looked for clues in the kitchen. Shaggy was making a sandwich. Like no clues in here, Scoob, Shaggy said. Scooby searched Shaggy's sandwich just to be sure. He found some turkey, cheese, mustard, lettuce, and tomatoes. Well, he took a few bites, but he didn't find cupcake or Velma's glasses. Scooby went upstairs to continue the search. He looked under the rug, behind the chair. He found lots of cobwebs, but he didn't find cupcake or the glasses. Looks like cobwebs found him, too. Scooby ran away from the spider and jumped into Fred. Fred was looking at something on the rug. One of Mrs. Blake's blankets is missing, Fred said. This looks like a thread from the blanket. See that? I think it's a clue. Scooby went to look for more clues. Scooby heard screeching noises coming from the attic. He was afraid of what he might find. He slowly opened the door and was greeted by bats. Ooh, look at those bats. No cupcake, no glasses. Scooby and Shaggy found Daphne looking for clues in the garage. There was a box here this morning, Daphne said, and now it's gone. Just then, they heard a noise coming from inside the house. I think Scooby got scared. Scooby opened the closet, and there was Cupcake and her kittens. Mrs. Blake was so surprised, she started to count all of the new kittens. I can't thank you enough, said Mrs. Blake. Looks like we found your glasses, Velma, said Fred. Look at, do you see their glasses there? The kittens are playing with them. And we found a missing box, said Daphne. Scooby, you saved the day. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And that's the end of that story. Scooby did save that day. Since that was such a short story, we're going to read Scooby-Doo and the Super Spies. Woo-hoo. There's Shaggy and Scooby just kind of lying around, well, in a mess. Of course, there's lots of food around. It was a long weekend. Scooby and Shaggy watched too much television and played too many games. They read all their books, and they ate all of Scooby's snacks. Now, Scooby is bored and Shaggy is bored. Then, Shaggy had an idea. Hey, let's pretend we're spies, said Shaggy. Shaggy put on a silly hat, and Scooby put on a funny wig. Like no one will know who we are, Scoob, said Shaggy. Shaggy picks up an old camera that prints instant pictures. Hey, look, Scoob, there's still film in here. Scooby and Shaggy decide to spy on Daphne. Shaggy sneaks over to her bed to take a picture, but he trips and makes a loud noise. Hey, Daphne's not in the room. Where could she be? Daphne's missing. There's a mess on her bed, and her window is open. Her shoes are gone. What if a monster kidnapped Daphne? Asked Shaggy. Yikes, said Scooby. Scooby hides under the bed. Shaggy hides next to Scooby. But Scooby and Shaggy must be brave. They are super spies. Look, Scooby, Shaggy says, a ransom note. Ooh. The super spies try to read the handwriting, but they can't make out what it says. Went to ride my bike. Do you see that? I can make it out. Went to ride my bike. But they couldn't because they're looking at it upside down. Scooby and Shaggy spy on Fred washing the mystery machine. Shaggy holds the camera up high to take a picture of Fred. Shaggy trips on the hose and steps on the water bucket. Oh boy, look at that. Water flies everywhere and splashes onto Fred. Fred doesn't know where Daphne is. Scooby and Shaggy spy on Velma working in a room. Scooby hears a noise. Tick, 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 tick. Shaggy sees books on the shelf. And he wonders if those books have clues. He snaps a lot of pictures while Scooby sniffs around the room like a master spy. Have you seen Daphne? Shaggy asked Velma. Velma has not seen Daphne. Oh, of course they're going to have to check out the kitchen and the food, huh? Maybe Daphne's having a snack. Scooby and Shaggy look in the kitchen. A bottle of water is gone, and the bananas are missing. Yikes, yells Shaggy. He trips on a banana peel. And the camera, see the banana peel? And the camera goes flying. Hey, this floor is sure slippery. Scooby and Shaggy are good spies, but they can't find Daphne. Daphne's not in her bedroom. Daphne is not with Fred. And Daphne is not eating in the kitchen, and she's not with Velma. Maybe a monster really did take Daphne. Shaggy is almost out of film, but he has one picture left. Shaggy takes off his hat. Scooby takes off his funny wig. They look at all the instant pictures they've taken. And then Shaggy has an idea. So let's see, they took a picture. There's one. There's another one. The water is missing. What's that word on that? I think there are clues here. Especially this one looks like a really good clue. Scooby hears a horn. Shaggy sees bicycle wheels. A monster didn't kidnap Daphne. She was riding her bike. Daphne gives Scooby some Scooby snacks. Shaggy takes his last super spy picture. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, says Scooby. The end. So, we knew where Daphne was because we could read that note that they couldn't read. Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story today. I love you all. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.